biggest department store chain. And just as home builder sentiment rose to a 9-month high in June, two big builders emerging, Standard Pacific and Ryland Group, in a $5 billion deal. Meantime, on this pretty rough day in the markets, all the major home builder shares are trading a little bit higher. Good news there. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC Radio.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH Plus. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Do you want to learn how to steal customer credit card information from major retailers so you can buy anything you want?
Well, we can't help you with that. But among the many IT problems we solve, Barracuda's award-winning firewalls prevent hackers from taking your valuable data to the bank. Reclaim your network like 150,000 other businesses have. To learn more about protecting customer data and your reputation, visit barracuda.com/firewalls.
With more local radio every day, we're KCAA 1050 AM, Loma Linda.
Good afternoon. It's 12:02. I'm Di Rice with the latest in live local news, heard only here on KCAA 1050 AM. A Riverside man was arrested Saturday, June 13th, after he kidnapped his ex-girlfriend for 3 hours, threatened her father with a gun, and led police on a manhunt. The suspect, Christopher Parra Martinez, 22, went to the victim's home in Ontario at about 2:30 a.m. to retrieve his belongings. When the victim's father did not let him into the house, Martinez threatened him with a gun. He fled the scene before officers arrived. Later in the morning, Martinez contacted the ex-girlfriend, and then they arranged to meet at a different location. When Martinez and the ex-girlfriend met up, he called her father and threatened him that he would kill the woman if he didn't drop charges from the previous assault. The victim's father once again called police, and authorities were able to find Martinez with the help of a sheriff's copter. 6 people have been arrested following a crime spree in Moreno Valley that included a carjacking, armed robbery, and a shooting at an occupied vehicle on June 8th. A man's SUV was taken at gunpoint on the 13,000 block of Brentwood Drive. On June 9th, 5 suspects in a pickup truck stole a man's property at gunpoint on the 24,000 block of Alessandro Boulevard. And then on June 10th, 5 suspects in a pickup matching the description from the previous robbery fired at an occupied vehicle in the area of Iris and Paris Boulevard. Later that day, deputies received a report of a shooting into an occupied home on the 24,000 block of Wildwood Street, and deputies serving search warrants Wednesday night arrested 6 people. All but 6 have been arrested for attempted murder. Inland Empire weather, sunny and hot. You do have some high clouds out there as well. Highs near 95, overnight lows 62. Currently, we are warming up. Got about 87 already here in San Bernardino. Looking at your drive, not a whole lot going on. There is road construction in the pass on the 15 northbound between 138 and Oak Hill. There's just one lane closed, so expect a little slowing in that area possibly. Accident on the shoulder of the 15 southbound rolling through Corona just past Ontario Avenue, and then in Chino the off-ramp is closed at the 60 exit Ramona exit on the 60 eastbound. And that is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Desperate? Nothing to do? Just like some abuse? Oh, God! Well, then tune into The Poor Man weekdays at 2 p.m. on KCAA 1050 AM. Is your radio station dull and boring like most corporate-owned stations on the dial? Then it's time to tune to KCAA 1050 AM. It will blow your mind and maybe expand it, too. KCAA is your independently owned go-to station in the Inland Empire. It's a veritable cornucopia of crazy, an assemblage of awesome and cool, and it's a little weird, too. KCAA pumps out more local and national radio each week than most major networks while offering CNBC business news headlines during the week and NBC sports news on weekends. KCAA is unique, interesting, quirky, and sometimes outlandishly crazy, which adds up to a high volume of awesome. And for you audiophiles, KCAA delivers FM sound quality to our transmitter, which is why KCAA is the best-sounding AM station on the dial. So make your day with KCAA and find us online at kcaaradio.com. KCAA, the station that leaves no listener.
Determination. You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people.
Celebrate the success.
Thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show, America. Thank you for joining us. If you want to talk, the phone number is 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. 225. James Childs, my producer, laid on my desk a blog called Squared Away from the Center for Retirement Research of Boston College. I won't read the whole thing to you, but it says student debt burdens non-grads more. The share of college students who must borrow to pay for their education has surged over the past decade. See, words are important. Opening line in the blog. The share of college students who must borrow to pay for their education. Did you hear an assumption there? I heard an assumption there. Has surged over the past decade. The average borrowing per student is also much higher than it was in 2004. So's bread and gas. Though there's evidence it might now be in decline. Yeah, people are waking up as to how stupid student loans are. Only now is serious research trickling in about the personal financial fallout from the nation's $1 trillion plus in student loan debt outstanding. But one new study reaches an interesting conclusion about the burden of student debt. It is much greater upon non-completers than those who actually obtain the college degree. And one reason is they can expect to earn a higher income if they complete the degree. Well, that would be true, obvious. Here's what's interesting. I got a bunch of friends that are running a few years behind me. One of my good friends is getting ready to take her first child leaving the nest to college orientation in a couple of weeks. We were talking about this just the other day. She said, yeah, we're going to college orientation. I said, yeah, that's wonderful. I remember going to college orientation with the first one. And I was sitting there beside there, they gave us both little books to fill out and things to keep up with as we sat in the auditorium to start our college orientation day. And one of the presentations was to talk about how the graduation rate of that particular university was above the national average. At that time, the national average graduation rate was 52%. And this university had achieved a 58% graduation rate. To which I thought to myself, if I had gotten a 58 when I went to school here, you people would have given me an F. That's horrendous. A 58% graduation rate. Well, let me help you with your math. Does that mean 42% did not graduate? 4 out of 10 of the people sitting in that auditorium aren't going to graduate at all. Ever. Well, at least to our knowledge, because they quit tracking them after so many years, right? So, but let me tell you, 100% of the people that took out student loan debts will repay it unless they die or become disabled. So whether you graduate or not, you get to keep the student loan debt. They don't go, oh, well, you didn't graduate, we're just not going to worry about that. That isn't how it works, right? We all know that intellectually, but no one takes out debt of any kind thinking about the downside. The only way anyone takes out debt is they think it's going to work. You take out a mortgage, you think it's going to work. You take out a car payment, what do you say? How much car payment can you afford? I can afford... See, that very statement is an assumption that things are going to keep going like they've been going and you're going to be okay. It's assuming that things are going to be as good as they are or better, not get worse. Therefore, I can afford a $468 car payment. And that's how we say things like that in this culture. I can afford it, which is, of course, bull. You can't afford it. Once you study it just a little bit, but you absolutely don't consider the downside. You know, I'm going to take out a $200,000 second mortgage on my home with the Small Business Administration to open a sub-franchise and make sub-sandwiches. And I'm going to make a lot of sandwiches and pay back $200,000. And that way I don't lose my home. And see, that'll all work because we're going to, when we open the restaurant, it's going to be an instant hit. And 80% of the restaurants that open are gone in 3 years. But you assume, and you know what that does, you assume that it's all going to be on the upside. That's the same thing. Everybody takes out a student loan, assumes they're going to complete their degree. 4 out of 10 don't. It's actually worse than that. It's close to 5 out of 10. But we'll be generous. We'll say 4 out of 10 aren't going to make it. You're not going to complete their degree. Here's what's worse. Everybody runs their budget on a 4-year. You know what percentage of students that started in that room that day are going to complete their degree in 4 years? 22%. That's of the ones that complete their degree at all. So that's 22% of 58%. Where I come from, that's right around 12.5%. So if your student starts college and graduates in 4 years, they're in the top 88, 87% of all people who started college if they finish their degree in 4 years. Translation, the 5-year plan is quite the vogue, which is good for who? Oh, the colleges. Not good for you. You just paid an extra 25%, 20% for the same degree that you should have gotten in 4 years because you just didn't organize your classes and you're more worried about beer pong and fraternity parties than you are getting through school. There's your orientation for your dadgum college right there. Do I want you to get an education? Yes. But I have this real problem with the oxymoronic idea that we in America are stupid about education. How backward is that and paradoxical is that? We are stupid about education. A, we let people study something that absolutely has no use whatever, and so they get a PhD in German polka history and then think society owes them a living because they went to school. Oh, shut up, your entitled whining. We are tired of you. Study something that is useful in the culture, and then you will be able to get a job. Oh, how basic is this? Oh, and by the way, 4 out of 10 of you will never complete, and 8 out of 10 of you, 9 out of 10 of you will not do it in 4 years. Well, so what I write on reach over on my daughter's, my first one, I'm sitting there in orientation, I'm hearing all of this, I'm doing the math in my head. My head is about to explode at how we've accepted mediocrity as the standard. And I wrote across her, I had a Sharpie in my pocket, I wrote across her little orientation paper in big letters, so have a freaking plan. After 4 years, you're paying for it. And we studied the catalog together for the whole 4 years to make sure the classes were being taken. I had 3 children, all of which graduated in 4 years. You know why? I threatened death if they didn't. It was not an option. It wasn't cute. It wasn't funny. It's a goal. You hit your goals, and you don't whine about it. And you study something that's usable in the marketplace. And then you won't be walking around with $35,000 in student loan debt on that thing you went to college that time and didn't complete. God, that hurts, y'all.
Fridays just got fabulous. Don't forget to reserve a seat in the Happy Hour Lounge with Ben and Alexander every Friday at 6 p.m. on Kcaa 1050 AM.
This is KCAA.
In today's specialty crop news, the first detection of an Asian citrus psyllid in a citrus orchard was reported last week. More after this.
Are you left with standing water after an irrigation? If so, WRT has the solution for you, SD25. WRT helps growers across the state improve water retention, infiltration, and reduce runoff and harmful diseases that affect their crops. Water is a precious commodity. Let WRT educate you on how to reduce standing water and increase yields with beneficial microbes that break down organic matter and stubble. The best solution to improve your irrigation efficiency is SD25. Contact us today at 209-720-8040 and learn why you can't afford not to use SD25. That's 209-720-8040. To learn more about SD25, visit our website at WRTAG.com. That's WRTAG.com. With 40 years of farming experience, WRT stands ready to increase water infiltration and improve your growth with the best product on the market today. SD25, a Bio-SI product. WRT, restoring life.
Last Thursday, a press release stated that the detection of a single adult Asian citrus psyllid was found in a commercial citrus orchard in the southernmost portion of San Luis Obispo County. A new quarantine restricting the movement of citrus nursery stock and citrus fruit will be established by the California Department of Food and Agriculture. According to the Citrus Pest and Disease Prevention Program San Luis Obispo grower liaison Cressida Silvers, both the ranch manager and PCA of the orchard were very cooperative and have already completed their eradication treatment in response to this find. There is also no other citrus, commercial or residential, within the 800-meter treatment area around the site. Other growers in the general area should consider inspecting their groves for psyllids, especially if there's any new flush on the trees. Growers should also consider including an ACP active material in any upcoming grove treatments if possible. I'm Taylor Hillman for AgNet West.
We are ambitious. We are proud of our work. We are Kubota. With Kubota's economical MX 4800 and MX 5200 utility ag tractors, we simply get more done. Full of big features, Kubota MX series tractors are packed with up to 54.7 horsepower Kubota diesel engines, powerful transmission options, and more. Test drive one today during the More Power to You sales event. Fueling your ambition. We are Kubota.
Bob Vila here with my home improvement tip of the day. Ceiling fans are great, except when they begin wobbling. What causes that, and how can you fix it? First, check for dirt on the blades. Yes, even a small buildup can cause wobble. Use a sponge and household cleaner to get off the grime. Wobbling could also mean one or more of the blades are warped or cracked. Replace if necessary. If the blades look okay, check to see if they're out of alignment. You can do that by using a yardstick to measure from the upper tip of each blade to the ceiling. If the distance varies, check for loose screws where the blades are attached to their metal housings. Also, those housings sometimes get slightly bent from overzealous cleaning or whatever, and need to be gently bent back to their original position. If none of that works, you'd best head to the home center and pick up a blade balancing kit. They're only a few bucks, and if they help you solve the problem, there's no doubt you'll consider that money well spent. Get more info at bobvila.com and right here at home with me, Bob Vila.
KCAA.
You are here. Mike is with us in New York City. Hey, Mike, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave, thank you for taking my phone call.
Sure. What's up?
Hey, I got this huge brick on my shoulder, and it's been weighing me down for a while. I just really don't know how to get ahead, so hopefully you can give me some input here and maybe guide me the right way, all right?
I'll try.
All right, I have about $86,000 in debt. It's with actually a debt collector. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to negotiate with them and trying to deal with this for the last few months. They said they pulled some information on me, and they said all they're willing to lower this to is about $60,000. In order for them to do that, they want me to show my W-2s and my tax returns from last year.
What is this on? What kind of debt?
This was previously on some property that I owed. Actually, the property went to foreclosure, or really was a short sale, and I guess this is the remaining amount that went.
Yeah, this is the deficit balance. How long ago was the foreclosure?
It was in 2006, but this hasn't shown up on my credit report until 2011.
Right. It'll continue to show up until we deal with it. What is your income, sir?
It's about $90,000 before taxes.
Okay. Do you have any money saved?
I probably have about $10,000.
Okay. Do you have the ability to borrow in order to settle this?
It's really my credit's been like shot from this. I try to do a lot of things because of this thing.
Do you have any other debt?
Basically, no. Everything else is I have paid off. I do have normal expenses like car insurance and rent.
Do you have a car debt? You owe money on your car?
No,
you owe money on a student loan?
Student loans were paid off about 5 years ago.
Okay. Do you owe money on a credit card?
Credit cards, I'm basically up to date. I don't have any rolling over.
Does up to date mean debt free or?
Yes, debt free. Yes, correct.
Okay.
I'm not rolling. I cash flow my credit card bills.
Do you live in Manhattan?
No, I live in New Jersey.
Okay. And you work in Manhattan?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Here's the thing. On a deficit, this was a personal residence that went bad, or what?
Yeah, it was a rental property that I had. It was an investment property, and obviously it went down, and I was unable to pay for the whole community that I invested in. Actually, just all went.
Well, here's the thing: you can make this go away with cash. You can't make it go away with $10,000 in cash. If you're going to pay payments to them and make it go away that way, they're going to continue to request financials and W-2s and those kinds of things. The reason they want a W-2 is not so much that they can verify your income, although that's part of it, but they also want it so that they know where to send the garnishment, who you work for, in the event they sue you. And so I'm going to avoid giving them the W-2. I'm going to avoid filling out a bunch of financial statements and other things. And so what I'm going to do is just argue with them continuously. You're talking to you. You're a very mild-mannered, nice person on the air with me right now, and you're probably going to have to adopt a different posture to be able to settle this. Have you noticed that they're not?
No, they're very. I mean, at first I was very aggressive with them, but this is going on since probably March. And at this point, I haven't told them what I make or what I do.
I wouldn't.
I gave them obviously a story, and they said they have some information on me, and
they don't have any information on you. They pulled a copy of your credit bureau. You can pull your own credit bureau, and that's all they're going to find. They made that up. That's called a bluff. It's called a lie.
Okay.
They lied to you. That's a shock, I know. But so here's the thing. A deficit balance like that can probably be settled for $10,000 to $20,000. Cash. No questions asked. That's all you're going to get. You're not getting my W-2 information. I'm not filling out any paperwork. This was a bad investment property deal that went bad. Welcome to 2008. Guys, in 2006, it's not going to happen. I'm not paying this. I don't have the money. I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'm not going to pay it. If you want to sue me, sue me. I'll file bankruptcy. You'll get zero. That's the options that are on the table here. $0 or $20,000. Well, we want more than that. You missed my point. The options are $0 or $20,000. I got $20,000 cash on the table. Going once, going twice. Do you feel the pressure of the auction? Because I'm getting ready to do something else with my $20,000. Going third and last call. Are you sure you don't want in, sir? You follow me?
Okay, but they have told me that they're ready to sue.
Fine, do it. It's 2006. How long does it take you to get ready to sue? 10 freaking years? Talk about a lie.
Can they go after my car? And
they can sue you. They can sue you and they can win. But they haven't in 9 freaking years. You know why? Because when they sue you, most people file Chapter 7 and they get $0.
Should I be moving my money just to protect my, I don't mind going aggressive again to them, but let's say they...
How much money do you have? I thought you said you had $10,000.
Yeah, exactly.
If they serve you with lawsuit papers, move the $10,000.
Under someone else's name.
If you want to. But I mean, if they find you can actually come back and undo that because you're hiding money for a lawsuit. So, and you're hiding it now. So, they can go back and look at today's records if they want to. They're not going to sue you. Especially if you start waving $20,000 under their nose. This is all they want. You know what? The number of times they collect on a deficit balance on a mortgage foreclosure on an investment property is almost zero. This debt is not worth squat. I wouldn't have paid a dime for this debt. The chances of them collecting the average Joe on this, the average Mike on this, is zero. Mm-hmm. It's really, really bad. They almost always get nothing. So you wave $20,000 under their nose. You do it persistently. You do it with a loud voice. Going once, going twice. I'm getting ready to do some investing with this money. No, I'm not filling out a W-2. No, I'm not filling out anything. You want the money. You send me a letter that says you will accept $20,000 to completely settle any and all obligations regarding this mortgage that are outstanding. Then I will send you a cashier's check overnight for $20,000. We want access to your checking account. Nope, can't have it. Nope, not sending you money unless it's in writing. Okay, we'll take the deal. Send the money. Nope, I'm not sending it unless it's in writing. We want access to your checking account. Nope, not doing that. We want $21,000. Nope, I offered you 20. Now it's down to 19. Keep messing with me. Okay. I'm telling you, you're dealing with people that are aggressive, they're lying, and they're bluffing. They're not going to sue you. They can, but if they were going to, dude, they would have. It's been 9 freaking years.
All right.
They're convincing, aren't they?
Oh, yes, they are, and I'm just worried about everything.
I know, they got you right where they want you. Their job is to make you worry.
All right, so I guess I keep battling it. I've been trying to talk with managers of that establishment.
Yeah, you keep thinking you're going to find intelligent life. Good luck. There's none on this. There's none on that planet.
And I'm the one that contacted them, so it's not even like they're coming after me.
Yeah,
so you
called them and they said we're getting ready to sue you. How funny is this? Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I called you, remember, doofus? And just, have some fun with this because they're playing psychological games and their goal is to make you afraid. If they can make you afraid, called worry, they're going to make you stupid. And right after you get stupid, you're going to end up broke.
Okay.
So take your time, get it in writing, no electronic access to your checking account, beat the snot out of them. It is going to take more than $10,000 to settle this. It's going to take in the neighborhood of 20 probably. But you can start at 10 if you want, because that's all you got today.
Right.
And just go, all I have to my name is $10,000. If you want to wait a couple months, I'll probably can scrape together another 10. But right now, I can give you 10 today. If you want to take that, you can have it today. Then this will be over. No, we can't take that. Well, that's just going to have to wait then. I'll talk to you later. You want me to hang up now, or you want to take the 10? Because I'm getting ready to hang up. This is you talking. You hearing yourself?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the only way you can do this. Because these guys bought this debt for pennies. They didn't pay $8,600 for it. They didn't pay $2,000 for it. They probably paid $500 to $1,000 for this piece of crap debt. It's a horrible. I mean, the chances of collecting on an $86,000 deficit on a rental property from 2006, almost zero. Probability of people who buy debt looking at that are going, no chance. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
This is KCAA.
California headline news: the sand in Laguna Beach and Newport Beach covered with red tuna crabs, thousands of them.
All along the beach, it was just sort of orange. It was covered with little tiny crabs about this long, orange. It was just an orange line in the sand, a whole bunch of them. Never seen them before.
Lifeguards say El Nino conditions may have pushed the crabs up from their normal habitat on sandy ocean bottoms. Republican presidential hopeful Rand Paul in the state over the weekend, saying his stance on personal privacy sets him apart from the crowded field of GOP candidates.
The rest of them are all clamoring, saying to the government, please take my records and take more of them. I think being the one guy that's willing to stand up and say enough's enough, the government shouldn't be collecting our records indiscriminately, I think is a good place to be.
Warriors a game away from an NBA championship, beating Cleveland in Oakland last night 104-91 in Game 5 of the finals. Scalpers selling $15 tickets for 100 times that amount for a Warriors viewing party scheduled for Oracle Arena tomorrow night. Geico weather, warm and dry conditions again today. Jeff Scott, California News.
And now, a touching moment. Well, staying in touch with Geico.
I remember it like it was yesterday. As I downloaded the Geico app, a bluebird landed on my finger. I said, "Hey, Mr. Bluebird, did you know you can add a car to your Geico policy with just a tap of your finger? Just scan the VIN number. It's so easy." After that, we watched the sunset together and ate birdseed. The birdseed tasted super weird, but the sunset was nice.
VIN scanning to add a car. Just a few taps away on the Geico app.
Hey, California here with Geico to give you some interesting information. People like to say it only takes 20 minutes to get anywhere depending on traffic, but it takes even less time if you own a motorcycle. I mean, we all know that you're not just part of a club because you own one, you're part of a family. And in this family, the mother of all motorcycle insurance is Geico. With their competitive rates and emergency roadside service, they'll have you riding worry-free from Cali all the way to the Forn IA.
Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
It's time for some delicious food at Pizza Dilly. Pizza Dilly Pizza in Colton, home of the famous 2-foot pizza with 32 slices of simply the best delicious Pizza Dilly mouth-watering pizza. Pizza Dilly has all kinds of lunch specials Monday through Friday, starting at $3.99, all delicious. Stop by, refresh, refuel, have a cold drink, enjoy a tasty salad or a great specialty Dillylicious sub sandwich, or simply Dilly-lightful Pizza Dilly wings. Pizza Dilly is also People Dilly because your friends are all already there enjoying one of Pizza Dilly's giant screens, watching one of their favorite teams, and if you love the Dodgers, you'll love Pizza Dilly, your hometown Dodger station, all year round. Come on in, enjoy a great pizza, enjoy Pizza Dilly, the real Dilly deal at 194 East Valley Boulevard in Colton, or call 909-370-0242. Once again, that's 909-370-0242.
It's time for the KCAA Community Calendar, brought to you exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools. The clear mission of Learn for Life is to motivate and mentor students who have dropped out of school and provide them with the personalized education and technical training necessary to advance their lives.
Here's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Di Rice. Lifestyle Magazine and Quade Harley-Davidson of Loma Linda present the Lowrider Circus Saturday, June 27th. The fun begins at 10 a.m. and continues through 6 p.m. at Quade Harley-Davidson, located at 25160 Redlands Boulevard in Loma Linda. There will be a car and bike show, a car hop competition, vendors including food vendors, live bands, bounce houses, clowns and a circus show, face painting, games for the kids, and a monster truck display. Buy your tickets in advance and pay only $20, or buy your tickets the day of the event for $25. For tickets or schedule of details, come by Quade Harley-Davidson in Loma Linda at 25160 Redlands Boulevard, or call 909-796-8399. 909-796-8399. Whatever you do, mark the Lowrider Circus on your calendar and get ready for some good old-fashioned fun Saturday, June 27th, brought to you by Lifestyle Magazine and Quade Harley-Davidson. That's a look at the community calendar on KCAA 1050 AM.
The KCAA Community Calendar is presented exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools where students can complete their education on a part-time basis. To find a resource center nearest you, call 1-877-360-LEARN or visit Learn for Life online at learn4life.org.
In the Ramsey Solutions headquarters lobby, Mary is with us. Hi, Mary. How are you?
Very nervous, but I'm here.
Oh, we've never lost a patient. She'll be okay. I appreciate you joining us. Where are you from?
Just north of Houston.
All right. And here to do your debt-free scream.
Amen.
How much have you paid off?
$30,129.96.
I love that. And how long did that take?
15 months. Would have been done in 13, but I had to do physical therapy and cash flow the copays on that, so it took me a little bit longer.
Ouch. Household income?
Started at my take-home $33,600, and now I'm right at about $58,000.
Good for you. Great raise during the 15 months.
Well, I did it a little bit differently than most people. I've been listening to you whenever I happen to be in the car at the same time as your show for a long time, and would just get little bits here and there. And I remembered hearing you tell somebody once that they had an income problem, and that was me. Over 35% of my take-home pay was going towards debt payments. And I tried for several years doing different things to raise money. I couldn't do anything to change the needle. So in February of last year, I retired from my job with the state one day, and the next day I went to a new job at Blinds.com.
Oh, you work for Blinds?
I do.
Jay, awesome.
Yes.
Very cool. Got to tour the location down there not long ago.
And I was in physical therapy. I was sick that I missed you.
You were sick and you missed me?
Yes.
Fun. So you've been with Blinds.com for how long?
15 months now.
Okay. It's a wonderful company. They do a great job. It's a great culture there.
I knew I was in the right place when we have a continuously improved board.
Yep.
And I looked and somebody had written $78,000 and something of debt paid off. Thanks, Dave Ramsey. Yes.
I love it. It's weird how we start endorsing a company. It starts their employees, the team members of the company start taking on our stuff too.
There are a lot of people there who are working your program.
Yeah, they're good folks. They do a great job. We're proud to endorse them. It's good. The owner and I are the former owner. The guy that's currently running it is have become friends over the years.
Yeah.
Just wonderful guy, and you guys do a great job. Well, congratulations. That's very neat. So what did you used to do at the state?
I was a tax auditor.
Okay, and what do you do for Blinds?
I'm a customer service representative.
Perfect. Okay, so some of our listeners might actually get to talk to Mary when they call in.
Yes, I talk to people all the time, and I see that they called in because of Dave Ramsey, and we talk a little bit, not too much, but a little bit about going debt-free.
Good for you. Very cool. Now, who's the young lady with you on your right?
This is my awesome granddaughter, Ella.
Oh, welcome, Ella. Good to have you. And how old is Ella?
8. She would say 8.5. She'll be 9 in August.
All those halves matter, especially then. Yeah, that's good. So, what kind of debt was the $30,000? What had you gotten yourself into, Mary?
Well, at least I paid off my student loans way back a long time ago. I started this journey just a month before I turned 60. So, to all those people out there who call in and say, "I'm 54. Is it too late?" Next month isn't going to be any better. I started late. But I had a personal loan, a lot of credit cards, a car loan. I took a 7-year car loan, so the payment would be small enough to fit in my 35% of debt payments. And my last debt that I paid off, which was the most hated, was basically a debt consolidation loan. So it represented years of credit cards that had never really been paid off.
Wow. What was the hardest part of this for you?
I would have to say it was that change of job. It was a huge change for me. I started commuting 2 hours a day to work, 2 hours a day, back from work, leaving a job that I knew what I was doing, going to a job that while my skill set was still useful, I was starting over from scratch, learning what I was doing.
At 60 years old.
Yes, yes. You can teach an old dog new tricks. It sometimes takes a little bit longer for them to catch on.
It has to do with the dog's attitude,
right, right. But I put all that commute time to good use. Thank heaven for your iPhone app, because I would just... To me, one of the key ingredients to doing this is relearning how to think about debt, relearning how to think about money. And so it was every day, listen to Common Sense, and I would listen to your show.
That's
on the
what
way
this
in,
show
on the way
does.
out.
Look deeply into your radio. We are brainwashing you.
Yes.
That's it.
But in a good way.
Yeah, over and over and over. Become debt-free. Cut up your credit cards. FICO doesn't matter.
Right.
Leasing your car sucks. We're brainwashing you over and over and over again.
For our good.
That's good. That's fun. I like it. Well, you do have to have reinforcement. You have to have some kind of people around you telling you you're not crazy in a world that's crazy.
Right. And nobody in my world tried to tell me that I was crazy. I think all my friends saw the look in my eyes of fear, and they saw where I was. So everybody was supportive, and even at the new job, everybody is just high-fiving you whenever you achieve an accomplishment and everything. So it was huge. It was huge.
Yeah, you got into a great environment there.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
You may have had a great bunch of folks at the state to work with, but you can't beat Blinds. They're great.
That's right.
It's a very encouraging environment. Very cool. Good. Congratulations. So
Thanks.
what do you tell people? You told them something really good a minute ago, that when you're 59 and a half, to quote your granddaughter, you can still do this, right?
Yes. A month from now, you're not going to be any better off than you are now unless you start doing something. And I have had quite a few people at work ask me, I've given out about 20 or 25 books. They'll say, so how did you do this? How did you do this? And I've been practicing these answers for 15 months now. The one word that I think covers everything is purpose. You do things on purpose. You do things for a purpose. Doing a budget is spending your money on purpose. Doing the baby steps and focusing, you're doing that on purpose. And I think I told somebody the other day, I said, my main things are start, don't stop. Just keep going. And thank goodness for every dollar. I'm so glad. I'm single, and so my free spirit and my nerd are not always on the same page with the budget.
They're not on the same shoulder.
Exactly. And I've been getting better and better every month at working on my budget. But when every dollar came along, boy, that really helped me to pinpoint where were my weaknesses, where were the areas I need to work on, what did I really need to tie down. And that has just made life so much easier. When I've made the decisions ahead of time where I'm going to spend my money and where I'm not, then when things come up, that decision's already made.
Yeah, so if it doesn't work out at Blinds.com, you just come up and fill in for me when I'm not here. That was well done. You may have said you were nervous, but you just dropped some one-liners in there that are keepers. This is great. Way to go. Congratulations. Very well done. All right, Mary, here we go. Are you ready? You've been working on this for 15 months.
Yes.
And your granddaughter been practicing with you?
As much as I could convince her to. She promised she would count down with me and give me a high five afterwards.
That's good. So we got a little bit of rehearsal going.
Yes.
That's good. Mary from Houston, Texas, touch over 60, did this, just killed it. 15 months, $30,130 paid off, making 34, but with a job change, 58. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
I'm debt free!
Yes! That's how you do it right there. That's how you do it. Mary, that was beautiful. Very well done. You didn't sound a bit nervous to me. I'm inspired. I mean, it's fun to get these cute little 28-year-olds in here doing this stuff, and they're, they paid off their little student loan, and they make $462,000 a year and all that. But, I mean, that lady's just a touch over 60. She was making $33,000. She made changes to her life, almost doubled her income in the process, took on a big leap of faith to change jobs into an area everything about her story is outside of her comfort zone, on purpose, for a purpose. Was that a good line? That was tweetable right there. On purpose and for a purpose. That's how you get out of debt. You have to do it on purpose, and you have to do it for a purpose. When you're $60,000 and you've been 60 years old, you've been living paycheck to paycheck most of your life, and you're staring down the barrel of retirement and it doesn't look fun, you make some dadgum changes. You know what? You can make some changes too. I don't care if you're 28 and you're cute. I don't care if you're 38 and you're cute. I don't care if you're 48 and you're not cute. Doesn't matter to me. You can do this stuff. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
1050 a.m. Don't forget that number. And for you young people who got here by accidentally fat-fingering your FM band selector, we're an AM radio station. And AM refers to more than just the time of day.
This is KCAA.
Like to spend a few days in another world? Then write this down. Golden Bear Cottages, Big Bear Lake. Now, listen, this is not some corporate-owned operation. It's family-owned and operated by some real nice people. Unique? Oh, you bet. Golden Bear Cottages features 28 one-of-a-kind cabins on a 5-acre historic site. Great for families, couples, and groups. And cabins are available with 1 to 7 bedrooms. Golden Bear Cottages is just a stone's throw from Big Bear Lake and super close to 3 great ski areas. Now, I could go on all day about Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear, but to see everything, just go to goldenbear.net. Again, goldenbear.net. Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear. Clean, comfortable, and affordable. Check them out. goldenbear.net.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that there is no one path right for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I can only do so much. My options were limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I could keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found new career training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN, 4, LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
If you're like most, your trust in traditional financial advice has taken a big hit in the last few years. So when it comes to your money, investment, and retirement planning, where do you turn now? Who do you listen to? Join us for Smart Money Talk Radio, Mondays from 3 to 4 p.m. for the refreshing, straightforward money and investment strategies of Jim and Lorraine Conaway. With over 44 years of combined experience, the Conaways are here to educate you on how to be smart with your money. Securities offered through J.P. Turner & Company, LLC. Member SIPC.
Are you working harder than ever at your job, but find yourself getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our free information, you can lead a happier life, work from home, and start earning money as soon as next week.
I was a traditional business owner, and our business was affected greatly by the economy, so we were looking for another income stream. It allowed me to actually walk away from a 16-year career and part owner in a traditional business just after 8 months.
Go to freedom105.com. Get out of the rat race, work from home, and start earning great money as soon as next week.
I'm a single mom. Before this business, I was over $90,000 in credit card debt alone. And now we go to Disneyland, Disney World. We've been on vacations to Hawaii. I never could have done that before this business.
Go to freedom105.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom105.com. Freedom105.com. And start earning great money as soon as next week.
Wondering what to do on your Friday drive home? Well, the bar's open and it's happy hour. Join us right here on KCAA 1050 AM.
Show called Chris Brown's True Stewardship. Our team launched this with Chris about 2 weeks ago now. I think it's 2 weeks ago today, or 3 weeks ago today, in 20 cities. And you can find the 20 cities, when the show airs, what time it airs, where it airs, all that kind of stuff at stewardship.com. You can also find out about the podcast, which is completely free. It's 30 minutes every day. I listened to today's podcast this morning while I was working out. I love this show. He is doing a great job. So learn what the Bible says about money. 30 minutes every day. Chris Brown's True Stewardship. Learn more about that and anything else you want to learn about that subject matter at stewardship.com. Tracy's with us in Kansas City. Hi, Tracy. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
It's wonderful to talk to you.
You too.
I am debt-free, and I have my emergency fund. I've got my retirement going. I've got ESA for the kids. I recently sold my home a couple of years ago to relocate.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know where I wanted to live or buy, and so I started renting. And so I have some extra cash sitting in the bank. And so I'm currently paying rent, but I love where I'm renting, and I don't want to move.
Okay.
And so I want to know what I can do with this extra cash. And I, with a series of circumstances, I ended up starting to look for other homes, and because of my adult children, and
what does that mean?
Possibly offering them. I had a kid that was looking for a place to live, and she wanted me to co-sign, and I said no, but I'd be happy to buy a place, and you rent from me.
No.
Well, then things weren't going well with her, but I still kind of got on this mindset of, that wouldn't be a bad investment for me to use that cash that's sitting in the bank.
How much cash is in the bank?
It's about $22,000.
Okay. You're going to buy a $22,000 rental property?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's $70,000.
Oh, you found one.
I found one.
Have you contracted
and there's
for
already
it?
A renter there. I'm sorry?
Have you contracted to buy it?
No. I've been in discussions with the real estate agent and the seller, and there's already a renter. She wants to stay.
Yeah.
And
why are they selling it?
I don't know. I think they're like a home flipper.
Yeah. You might find out why they're selling it once the renter doesn't pay. The one that wants to stay? Yeah. So, what's your household income?
About 50.
Okay. All right. And how old are you?
I'm 45.
So, where you want to be living when you're 65?
Actually, I'd like to be living here. I am living in a townhouse. And so it's like a duplex. And what my long-term goal is to buy the entire building and stay on this side and rent the other side. But my short-term goal is that I have a almost 4-year-old, and I still have daycare to think about for the next couple of years. And so I'm just, I don't want that money that's sitting in the bank to trickle away, because I could easily just use it for daycare.
I don't want it to trickle. I don't want it to trickle away. I don't want it sitting in the bank. I want you to put it somewhere where you keep your hands off of it. I just don't think this rental is part of your long-term plan. I think you're going to buy a home sometime in the fairly near future. Like by that I mean 5 years or so. And if you're stuck in this other rental and have had a series of bad experiences while you're there, that's not how I want you to do that. I'm nervous about that. I am nervous about the money trickling away. I don't want that to happen either. And I don't like the fact that it's not earning anything. But if I woke up in your shoes, or if my little sister, who's about your age, called me and asked me the exact same question, I would tell her to probably set that in just an S&P 500 mutual fund, no load, and let it sit there until you get ready to buy. I don't think you need renters in your life right now. You're a renter. And I don't, and I just don't think it's a good short-term investment. By short-term, I mean under 10 years in this case.
Right.
And I think it is a under 10-year investment, because I think you're going to need that money to do your other deal, which is your real dream, your real goal. How long have you been in the place you're in?
2 years.
And what got you there? What made you move there?
My family lives here. I hated my job where I was living, and my family had decided to move to Kansas City area. So I started looking for some places and found a job here, and absolutely love my job and love where I'm living. And so I'm very happy here, but financially it has been a burden to move.
Oh, yeah.
I had everything set up where I was, but I was miserable.
Gotcha.
And now I'm happy, but I have no money.
Okay. Let me do this. Let's put you through Financial Peace University. Have you been through?
Well, I've been through it.
Oh,
yes.
okay. All right. How long ago?
It was about 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. Swing back through. Gets free once you're a member. You're a member, right? Swing back through.
I am.
Because it'll give you an update with your current life situation having changed so much. And jump on to everydollar.com and make sure you're living that monthly budget to keep things under control. Move the money where you can't get your hands on it easy. Get it in a CD at a minimum. Get it in a mutual fund, something like I'm talking about. And I personally would not buy a rental. No. I would not. I don't think that's wise. I think there's a lot of stuff in flux in your life, a lot of things moving around, and that money's going to be really trapped in that piece of real estate. I love real estate, but real estate is not a short-term play unless you want to be a flipper, and you don't need to be a flipper for sure. So making $50,000 a year, would I put $22,000 down on a $70,000 rental in your situation with as much movement as you've had in your life and probably will have in the coming 5 years? No, I would not. I would not. Thanks for the call. Eric's with us in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hi, Eric. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Thanks for taking my call. Doing good.
Good. How can I help?
You described me right before the last break.
Okay.
Just before you went off the break, you described me 48 and not cute.
Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Well, I just want to make sure I covered my whole market.
Yeah.
What's up?
I said, hey, he's predicting what's coming up. Hey, anyway, I've got pension decisions to make and in the near, within the next few years.
Mm-hmm.
And I got survivor benefit. So I got a guy that's, first of all, he says, you don't understand these. You don't understand universal life on our pension practices. So I shouldn't try to talk me into a universal life policy. Yeah, I'm not convinced I need to go universal life. I don't have. We don't have much of anything set aside, but the pension would be $48,000 with a zero survivor.
Mm-hmm.
So with the survivor benefits, essentially you're buying a life insurance policy through the state.
You got it.
So the 100% survivors, $40,000.
Yeah.
So that's $8,000 difference. So he's wanting me to buy a universal life.
Yep.
And invest, basically the blanket inside the blanket kind of a thing you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you get to keep the money and have a $600,000 policy, and you get to pass the money to your kids. There's nothing to pass on. If I die, my wife dies, the state keeps the money.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, what do I do with that $8,000 difference? Do I go with the survivor benefit? I mean, I'm going to pay the $8,000 out one way or the other. Where do I pay it into? What would you recommend?
You put most of it in investments, and you buy some term insurance until the investments are large enough to take care of her.
Yeah. Well, I've got term till I'm 56.
Okay. If you need to beef it up,
I got 8 more years.
Okay. You probably need to beef it up. Probably need to beef it up by another 15 or so years, and so that she's okay. And, if you bought like $400,000, $500,000 more that lasts way out there to age 70, then she's okay. She's taken care of. You've replaced the lost survivor benefit that you're not going to take. And then you're going to invest the other $8,000. You're going to invest a lot more than that because you haven't saved anything. You need to get in the savings mode, dude. Big time. Time to do some catch-up. But the $8,000 goes into that. It definitely doesn't go into a piece of crap universal. And let me just tell you, I understand universal life inside and out. That's an insurance salesman you're talking to, not an investment broker. He doesn't know what the flip he's doing. And so stay away from him. Yeah, buy some simple term insurance to backfill until you've built your nest egg enough to cover for your wife in the event of your death before there's enough money. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.